All right, everybody, welcome to this year's parent meeting. Obviously, we're doing it a little bit differently this year. I want to make sure that everybody gets the same information, but we also want to avoid having to get everybody together in one spot. So we're going to do it virtually, and I hope this really works out. I'll have my contact information available at the end. So if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, or you can always contact the school office and our administration as well. We're going to go through a lot of the same stuff that we go through every year. However, this year, we got to make sure we inform you guys about some of the different measures that we're taking to prevent COVID from entering our school and our facilities, and some of the things that we're doing there. We need to make sure that everybody has their signed waiver. This was given out to all student athletes at the beginning of practice, very first practice. It says music on it. That's our school. They handle our school insurance. And basically, you're signing that and you're just saying that you are going to make sure that you take your child's temperature daily, and make sure that you're keeping them home if they are sick. If they are sick, they need to stay home. I hate telling kids, hey, don't come to practice, stay home, but we can't, afford for that to come into our football program as well as our school. All students are going to need their own water bottle, both for school as well as for practice. Now, we have given all the athletes their own Gatorade water bottle that will be refillable. They are expected to have that on Friday nights for games, and they can have that for practice every day as well. The other thing that they're going to have is a face covering. We have given all athletes their own neck gaiter that looks like this. Unfortunately, we just were informed that the National Federation is not allowing those to be worn during football games. They will still need to have a mask while they're on the sideline. And again, these masks do not need to be worn all the time, only when they are not engaged in physical activity, which would be running or jumping or throwing or something like that. Sideline on Friday nights, they can go ahead and they'll be able to wear this type of face mask. All the students will be getting 2 of these. So that's the option that we're giving them for Friday nights. Kind of think they can just put that around their water bottle, set it off to the side, and they should be good. As far as sanitizing equipment, the coaching staff is taking care of that, both in the weight room and any equipment we use on the fields. We ask that the athletes, and probably going to need the parents' help them to keep their equipment clean, just their practice jersey and practice pants, and maybe once a week also wash the shoulder pads. Most of the shoulder pads have a lining that will come out of them, and they can be washed really easily that way. As far as paperwork that we need for this year, I did mention that you're going to need your waiver. However, all students also need a physical on file. Now, last year, Michigan did allow for physicals that were dated for up to 2 years. So a lot of the athletes already have that paperwork on file. We just need to make sure that we do have it current. We also need insurance information and the drug testing form that is signed. Alicia in the office is great about taking care of all that stuff, and she'll let me know if anybody doesn't have that. As of right now, with the exception of a couple new kids that just came in, it looks like we do have all of that, so that's a great job. Players as well as parents helping to get that information in. Moving on to player expectations. The big thing is always just be respectful, and that encompasses so much. We ask that everybody's respectful for their teammates. I understand not everybody's best friends. That happens, but we are still on the same team. We do still have a common purpose here, so we need to make sure that we're picking our teammates up whenever they're down. And little things happen here and there. Things get heated at practice sometimes, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everybody is still striving towards that common purpose of winning the football game every single week. Also, want to make sure that all coaches are treated with respect, as well as officials. This is something that we are going to make sure that our goal this year is for nobody to get ejected. I really don't even want anybody to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but certainly we don't want anybody getting ejected. That goes for players, coaches, as well as fans. That's something that I think that we can all get behind, and I think it's good to take a moment right now to just, while everything's kind of cool and not heat of the moment, everybody kind of think about that, and I think we'll be able to accomplish that. Last thing I want to do is make sure that we thank our bus driver every time that they take us somewhere. Anytime we see the custodians, those guys take care of, cleaning stuff up around the school and our locker room. Make sure we thank them. We've got a great facility here. We've got out at the football field. We've got the turf and the track, as well as now we've got the Moms Club helping to renovate our locker room. We've got great facilities. We want to make sure that they are, kept clean, and we want to take pride in everything. And that goes along with, just thanking the people that help us do that. A couple other things that I've got on here: just work hard and be at every practice. Practice is right after school. I believe they get out at 3:09. We expect them on the field no later than 3:25, and then we'll be wrapping up with practice around 6 o'clock. As far as parent expectations, we just ask for your support. Support all players, support all coaches, as well as game officials. Like I said, want to make sure that nobody is getting removed from any contests. Should you have a problem with anything really, want to make sure that you go through the protocol and sort of the chain of command. If there is an issue, please feel free to visit with me, being the head coach. This is, we have to understand the best time to do that right after a game on Friday night when emotions are high. That's not the best time to do that. I am more than willing to talk to parents. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about the team because I think we have a great team here. But if there is an issue, reach out possibly over the weekend or on Monday, call the school. We can set up a meeting and we'll try to get things resolved that way. If things aren't resolved there, then you can move on to our athletic director, Mr. Beaning. And then from there, you can always take it to the building principal, Dr. Ross Miller. I want to talk about a couple organizations that we have that really support us. The first one is the Football Moms Club. I would encourage anybody that is not part of this organization to please join, because they do so much to help out your sons. The officers are Jamie Kaler as president, Rachel Gale as vice president, and Brenda Mallett as treasurer. They do so much for us. One of the big things that they do is they provide the pregame meals for the players. But they do so much more than that. They take care of little things for Pink Night, make sure the kids have all the stuff that they need. They do a lot of stuff with the banners and the footballs that go along the fence, to really just make sure that your son gets the best experience out of playing Highland football. They do a lot of fundraising. There is a link at the bottom here for the fundraising form. That's through, the apparel fundraising form that's through Design It. And that's going on until middle of this week, I believe. But that store will still be up there. So if you do want to order Highland football apparel, that is there. Also, I mentioned before, they're going through and currently they're doing a locker room renovation for us, which is desperately needed. Just kind of touching everything up with fresh paint, some new graphics in there. Again, just to make sure that your son has the best experience playing Highland football. The other organization that we have that supports the football program, as well as all other sports here at Highland, is the Booster Club. They have donated, just since the time I've been here, thousands and thousands of dollars for things that maybe the Moms Club can't afford and we can't afford just as a football program, like our sleds, chutes, things like that. And literally that has cost thousands of dollars. And they've always been willing to help whenever we've gone to them. So please help them out. Join the Booster Club. They run the concession stand for all home games. They need volunteers to make that work. Usually the best thing that can happen is softball parents kind of work at the football games and football parents work at the softball games. This coming Wednesday, August 26th, they are going to be cleaning out both the football and softball booster shacks. So we want to make sure that we have people there that can help them do that. And if we got enough people, that should really take an hour or two tops. But definitely, please help out the Booster Club any way that you can. As far as injuries go, obviously we don't want anybody to get injured. We know that's going to happen, though, at some point. You always have the opportunity to go to any physician of your choosing if your athlete should be injured. We do provide athletic training services this year will be through Advanced Physical Therapy out of Quincy. Mackenzie Little is now with them, and she is our trainer. She has been our trainer for the last couple of years. She's great to work with. We've got her number here on the screen, 217-653-6414. You could shoot her a text anytime, and she's always more than willing to help everybody out. And from there, she can get people set up with different types of therapy or whatever. And again, you always have the choice to go wherever you want. The school just does contract with them. So she will be with us at all home games, as well as usually at least once a week for practice. There's my contact info. I just want to just wrap everything up here by saying that I'm so looking forward to this season. I think we had our greatest off season since I've been here, and that was even with all the extra COVID measures that took up, an entire month of our summer. Please, if you need anything, please reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help. I look forward to having a great season here. I just wish everybody the best. Thank you.